Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I am getting up here live right now, covering today's severe weather outbreak going on in the High Plains. Just bear with me, y'all. I'm trying to get this going. We got a couple of warnings going on right now as we speak. Shut up, Popeye. Hey, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. We have an ongoing severe weather threat currently going on in multiple states here in the plains. We're going to take a look. We have a 5% tornado risk here across Kansas and into Nebraska. Currently, a strong line of storms firing off near North Platte to the west. This is inside of that risk. This is very good conditions for explosive severe weather right now. High Cape values, well enough, good shear going on at the mid to low levels. We also have some supercells blowing up here just north of Stapleton near Thereford, where there's already been a wall cloud that has been confirmed. We're also taking a look at our other severe threat, our 2% risk for parts of Kansas, as well as Colorado. Multiple storms are starting to fire off late in this afternoon as these move towards Burlington. We also have a severe weather threat right now going on in New Mexico as well as Texas. So a lot of stuff to cover, guys. We're just getting started here this afternoon and to this evening with the ongoing severe weather threat. Thank you guys for joining me so far. I'm trying to get this out to as many people as I humanly can. We are currently live here on the Storm Chase Guy channel. Let's get over to the Storm Chase Guy. Thank you guys for tuning in. All right, we are currently live right now. We got multiple warnings going on at the moment. Let's take a look. Start at our most at-risk spots right now. We got a lot of storm chasers chasing in the high plains today. So we're going to start systematically going through these storms. Um, this storm is just leaving Thereford and coming into Housley. Let's take a look at our vorticities going on. Right now it's near the weather station, so it's going to be hard to gauge where or if there is any rotation in some of these storms. But we did have a confirmed funnel cloud or confirmed wall cloud going on with some of these storms coming out of um, Thereford. So we're also monitoring those. This, I guarantee, is going to go severe warned here just any second. These are very strong storms firing off coming into North Platte. We'll take a look here at our velocity scans. Nothing showing up that's alarming right now, but some bigger hail, probably quarter size to, I want to say probably nickel to quarter size hail is falling just to the north of Hershey, Nebraska right now. More storms firing off to the south here. We're taking an in-depth look at our current storms that are firing off. We got more strong storms that are not currently severe warned, but we got some storms going on right now, firing off in Colorado into some very, very favorable air right here. So we also got coming here into Kansas, we got this 5 and 2% tornado risk, and that's where those storms are moving into. So it'll be interesting to see uh, what comes of those here in the very near future. Keeping with these storms here, we're going to keep watching those. These are really starting to become supercellular in nature. Some pretty good sized hail will probably fall with those, and it might do a right left split. Take a look here. Right here we have this severe warned storm. This one is going to be over Texas. I can get a more accurate warning. So this is going to be for Hansford County and the Panhandle of Texas. This is also going to be Sherman County and Dahlem County in the Panhandle of Texas. So this is going to be north of Amarillo. This storm was located 8 miles southwest of Texoma, right on the Oklahoma Panhandle, Texas Panhandle border, to 7 miles west of Stratford, and 7 miles northeast of Ware. Moving at 5 miles an hour. These are almost stationary storms. The quarter size hail falling with some of these being reported. That's going to be right near Texoma. Very heavy rain and probably some really strong gusty winds, 50 to 60 miles per hour with some of these storms. So we're continuing to take a look here and monitor conditions as this is ongoing. Um, We got another severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to be coming towards Dumas. Dumas, you're currently under a severe thunderstorm warning. And we also have Channing. Some larger hail is falling in some of these areas. This is going to be probably going up towards $half to anywhere from $half to tennis ball size hail. In fact, they're actually measuring a 1.5-inch diameter hail that is hitting the ground. So if you're in Dumas, just be careful of this storm. It's going to be coming right in your direction. There is some more storms tracking the same direction towards Dalehart, maybe just to the south of Dalehart. More stronger storms forming here over on the New Mexico and Colorado borders. Take a look here. So that's going to be New Mexico, and it just issued a special weather statement, meaning that it's sub-severe, strong thunderstorms in and around that area. We'll continue to look. We do have an active severe thunderstorm warning right now in New Mexico. This one is going to be going on right here. This one is near Conchas Dam, 18 miles south of Monquiro, moving at 25 miles per hour to the southeast. This is going to be pushing its way over into Logan, New Mexico, as it comes in the vicinity of the Texas-New Mexican border. We do have a lot of lightning being associated with this severe thunderstorm here in Texas. Near Texoma is having quite a bit of lightning going on in and around the area. This is going to be along Highway 86 going from the Texas Panhandle into Oklahoma Panhandle. And they probably will extend that severe thunderstorm warning into the Oklahoma Panhandle here very shortly. If you're new here, please share this out. Hopefully we can get these warnings out to the people that need them. I think there might be one or two tornadoes that form tonight. Mostly, I think that's going to be occurring in the state of Kansas. We're continuing to monitor conditions up here in Nebraska. Nebraska could have that chance as well. Isolated tornado or two. And let's go over our Nebraska threat. Right now, a severe thunderstorm is located near Housley, moving 14 miles east of Thereford, moving at 35 miles per hour. 16-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-size hail being recorded with that storm. We're also going to take a look at this one. This is going to be for Rock County in north-central Nebraska, Luke County in north-central Nebraska, Brown County in north-central Nebraska, and Blaine County in north-central Nebraska. This storm was being recorded by Doppler radar, moving at, it was 10 miles northwest of Brewster, and this is moving at 40 miles an hour, so it's moving at a pretty good rate of speed. We're starting to get some of these larger hail values in some of these storms, especially as they come away from the Thereford radar station. We do have this hail core here that's starting to get quite strong, and we're going to continue to monitor those. And we have a little area of possible rotation. Now I got to verify that with the radar station, and I think that's just an anomaly as it's coming off. I don't see. There was a reported wall cloud with that storm. Let me take a look at this possible signature. Yeah, and so right now I don't see anything that would warrant me saying that this could become tornadic at the moment. but definitely something to keep an eye on as this keeps forming. We do have multiple storm spotters in that area. We do have multiple storm spotters in and around that area right now, so we're going to continue to take a look at current conditions. Back here down into New Mexico and Texas, we got multiple severe thunderstorm warnings ongoing. This storm here coming into Channing and Dumas, it has got some really large hail, especially near Channing, and that's going to be coming very, very close to town, if not hitting the town directly. With that large hail core, and some of these values could be as much as 2 inches big or bigger. Could be some isolated values getting closer to that baseball, tennis ball, and baseball size hail core coming right towards Channing. We'll continue to monitor that storm where that could have some very damaging hail. This is kind of a late start to the. It's kind of behind by about an hour on some of the initiation times, but it is initiating. So you always got to give it a little wiggle room with the HRRR model. Hey, we got Keaton. Good to see you. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. We have North Platte right now. North Platte is still being looked at right now, but it did seem to lose its severe thunders. Oh no, it's still being considered for a severe thunderstorm warning. The one that's currently severe right now is Housley, just outside of Thereford. We're continuing to take a look at this storm as these three beginnings of supercells start to form here in Nebraska. Now we're getting some of these minor areas of larger hail, probably 2.5 inch size hail or bigger. Continue to take a deeper look into some of these velocities here. Like I said, it's kind of far away or too close to the radar. We'll have to keep monitoring what's going on with those storms. I'm also keeping an eye on what's going on Twitter. Multiple severe thunderstorm warnings right now. We have some in New Mexico, Nebraska. We even have kind of outside our area in Louisiana. We have Hartley, Texas, Moore, Texas, Oldham, Texas, and Potter, Texas are currently under a severe thunderstorm warning. And these are counties. So Nebraska, we have Blaine, Brown, Loop, and Rock counties in Nebraska. We also have Sherman County and Hansford County in Texas under a severe thunderstorm warning currently. So we got about 5 or 6 warnings going on. There's going to be a lot more coming up here very soon. We're continuing to take a look to monitor to see if anything changes within these storms. And these storms here in Nebraska, right on the edge of this 5% tornado risk, are starting to get rather strong. So we're continuing to monitor conditions there. These are coming away from the Thereford area. Hey, how's it going, Kai Boy? Or is it Kai BB013? I'm gonna just call you Kai. So we do have some storms starting to fire off here in South Dakota as well. We got this supercell that might go severe thunderstorm warned that's forming here. This is just to the north of Buffalo. This is going to be right near the northwest uh, corner of South Dakota and North Dakota. This is a rather large storm here, and we're continuing to take a look. And there's a little broad area of rotation going on with this storm currently. Hey, Keaton, I really appreciate that, man. He said, congrats on 135 subscribers. I really do appreciate that, man. It was awesome to watch uh, the subscribers double last night. That was really, really cool. My main focus, though, was to try to help as many people as possible, and it was an intense situation going on last night with the severe weather in Ohio. Um, So we are still looking at these storms right here. This is going to be in Nebraska, Thereford, Nebraska. These storms will be pushing off to the southeast. Milborn should be really watching out for these storms that are coming. These storms are starting to get quite strong, and every single one of these storms that are firing in this area are starting to go severe thunderstorm warned. So we're still continuing to take a look at what's going on here. Right now, I don't see anything that strikes me as far as tornadoes, but we'll have to keep taking a look. I wouldn't be surprised if one of these here became tornado warned, or this one too. They're very strong thunderstorms. We got another one developing here to the south. So another strong thunderstorm developing here near Atkinson, near O'Neill, and over towards Chambers. So we're going to have to continue to monitor those for possible rotation. This storm has is kind of fanned out. I wonder if this will do a right-left split here in Platte. This one's coming into North Platte right now. Let's take you guys over here. We're still monitoring storms. This is going to be for Colorado. These storms just fired up and immediately went severe. So this is going to be for central Kit Carson County and east central Colorado. These are moving at 25 miles an hour. It's located 11 miles north of Siebert, and it has 60-mile-per-hour winds and half-dollar size hail already being reported. This storm is only going to get more strong. This is going to probably develop into a supercell here in not too far future. We're still continuing to monitor these storms. As they get farther away from the radar, they're going to be easier to see if there is any rotation with these storms. Right now, just kind of monitoring maybe this area, kind of taking a look to see if that's becoming a area of interest to watch. And not really. That's actually going to be ahead of the storm, so not quite sure what that is. But these storms are just starting to form, so we're still continuing to take a look at our current conditions. I'm going to go ahead and split screen this just so I can have both running at the same time. There we go. So these storms are right now currently forming. This storm is also very strong. This severe warning supercell. Large storm. You have your inflow winds shooting into the storm. You have your outflow winds wrapping around and coming out that way. Wouldn't be surprised somewhere around here that you get a little bit of rotation or a lowering. We're going to continue to monitor that one as well. And this is going to be our severe thunderstorm right now for Rock County, Loop County, Brown County, Blaine County, and central Nebraska. We're continuing to take a good look at these storms to make sure that people are notified and warned of anything that these storms might do. This storm is trying to get more organized. Again, this storm's inflow is shooting into the storm. We also have the winds wrapping around. Very favorable conditions going on. Wouldn't be surprised if we get some rotation within these storms here pretty soon, if not already happening. There's plenty of severe thunderstorm warnings that have been or watches that have been issued across Colorado as well as New Mexico and into Texas and Kansas as well. I think they got some of the panhandle of Oklahoma involved in that, yeah, for Boise City. And looks like we got quite the severe structure showing up here. This is going to be down here in Texas. We got a couple of storms here that are very strong. We even have quite a tight rotation couplet going on here in Texas. That's going to be located right here near Dumas. I would not be surprised if the National Weather Service right now is taking a look. This is going to be over the town of Midswell, Texas, going on. This is a particularly dangerous storm. I have a large hail core here dropping close to baseball or over baseball size hail going towards Highway 285, and that's going to be pushing its way through the town of Midwell as well. But I have a very distinct signature here in Texas. That is a pretty tight area of rotation that is going to be making its way close to Dumas. Let's take a deeper look here at our play-by-play. So that's actually going to go south, and they're a couple of frames back. There has been this signature for the last two frames, so I'm wondering if there is a tornado on the ground, and if the storm does become tornado warned here in just the next couple minutes. That is a pretty interesting signature right there to be watching. Oh, you changed it to Kai. Awesome, man. Sorry, I wasn't trying to mess up your name on purpose, but I I'm horrible with usernames. Sometimes I just don't process them correctly. I didn't mean for anybody to have to change their username because I can't say it correctly. But Kai, that does make it a little bit easier for me to do that. But yes, so we do have that storm, and it's going to be pushing southwest. So, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Four-Way or Masterson to the south of Dumas becomes tornado warned. If this keeps going right now, I actually might tweet that to Amarillo, but I'm sure they're already paying attention to it. So let's take a look here. Where is the where is this warning and for what state? So, Drew, this is going to be in the state of Texas. This is going to be just to the. Let's see, this is going to be just to the north of Amarillo. There is a group of thunderstorms, and so this is continuing. I would not be surprised in the next 5 minutes if they issue a tornado warning. That's a pretty indicative signature that basically states that it looks like a tornado on the ground. This is going to be located near Middle. Um, Now that rotation signature is still somewhat there, but not as strong. Not every radar signature is that has a tornado warn or has a tornado on the ground is going to get tornado warned. If it's over empty area and there's storm spotters in that area, or sorry, if there's not storm spotters in the area making reports, um, sometimes they go unannounced. But I'm still thinking that this is going to go tornado warn. This is a very strong supercell, something that should be taken seriously. This is in the state of Texas. There is a large hail core right here near Channing. This is just to the south of Dalehart. This is easily some baseball size hail or bigger. And in fact, I think I see some indication that there is possibly some 3-inch hail falling in that storm. So, I mean, that's a pretty strong hail signature. Looks like it lost. Let's take a look here. This is still ongoing right now. We're still paying attention to this storm because this looks like it has the best chance of going tornado warned right now. We're also going to take a look at our other storms. Do you know about severe thunderstorms warnings in Nebraska? Yes, we're going to take a look right now. There's a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings going on in Nebraska. There's Blaine, Brown, Loop, and Rock County. So let's go take that up there right now. We're going to have the side by side of these storms as they're forming. So this is going to be near Brewster along 91 going on right now. Some nickel to quarter size hail is with that, and it's going to be moving to the southwest there. Um, almost, I'm sorry, southeast. It's almost going to be going east, but it is kind of angled at the southeast. So right now, I think Brewster, you're just going to get some heavy rain. Take a look here at some of our other warnings. This is kind of becoming more of a line. I'd be interested to see if that kind of develops into an MCS, which is a mesoscale convective system. We're taking a look at some of our other storms here. These could go severe warned over North Platte here in the very near future. Um, Still haven't done it yet, but we're taking a look at those storms. Now, I know there was some severe warned storms. This is going to be South Dakota. There was a couple of strong storms in North South Dakota that could possibly go severe warned. Take a look. That's over towards Omaha. There are quite a few severe thunderstorm warnings and watches going on in Nebraska right now. Let's take a look at Colorado. Colorado has that storm that's really firing up here near Burlington. Quite a few storm chasers are out on that one right now. Looking at some scans right now, I don't see anything super organized. These storms are still continuing right now. They said over by Thurgood there was a wall cloud that had been reported. Or sorry, Thereford. There was a wall cloud reported. But that storm kind of looks like it's fizzing out. Where this storm is kind of separating into uh, some disorganized. It's trying to organize right now. These storms are not quite put together, but this might turn into a couple of different supercells, or they might merge into one big storm. It's hard to tell right now. But, well, definitely something to keep watch. There is a severe thunderstorm warning. Like I said, this is going to be for Colorado. This is a very strong storm forming right now. It's kind of in its infancy of just getting started. It's already producing some decently large hail. Still monitoring the storm here in Texas and a couple in New Mexico. A lot of lightning being associated with this one up here. Continuing to look. See, I don't know how this isn't going tornado warned. This is a very strong indication here in Texas that there is a tornado on the ground. Let me take a look here because this is coming very close to Dumas and Four-Way. My question is, why isn't this being alerted? We're going to take a look at our coalition coefficient as well. And in fact, there is some debris being lofted possibly right there in that darker blue shaded area. I'm really wondering if there is an active tornado on the ground. Velocities. That is a strong velocity marker. Um, Take a photo of that real quick. Okay, I posted it on the Texas page, which a lot of meteorologists look at. So hopefully they take a look and go, okay, yeah, it looks like there's a tornado on the ground. Because that's kind of what that signature uh, bright greens and reds mixing together in that ball shape there. This looks like a sizable possible tornado on the ground. I'm also looking for storm spotters in the area, and I hardly see any right now. So I got this guy near. I don't know why he's not going after that if he doesn't. Chad is over in the New Mexico side. And again, this debris signature, this tornado, possible tornado there, uh, taking a keep taking a look. Kind of curious to see what the National Weather Service is saying on this. Okay, well it's not really as evident on this scan, so hopefully it's starting to weaken. But this storm looks like it's just getting started, um, but it's expanding out. So still a possible area of rotation there. Still continuing to take a look at our conditions here in Texas. This is kind of worrisome um, as it gets somewhat close to the town of Fort Way, Texas. We're going to look at our coalition coefficient here, and if I'm not mistaken, that does look like a debris signature, and gonna have to continue to monitor that spot. And that's exactly where the rotation is showing, is where that anomaly in the correlation coefficient is. So I wouldn't be surprised if there does get a tornado warning for that area of Texas. This is going to be just to the southwest of Dumas. Uh, we're going to continue to take a look. I'm almost wanting to call Amarillo right now and see if they see what I'm seeing, because this is a pretty solid rotation couplet in the last couple frames, and we can kind of backtrack it. Possible good sized tornado that was on near the ground. So hope everybody is noticing that on Highway 87 and can get off of the road there. That could be a particularly dangerous situation. We have storms right now in Nebraska. This is going to be a severe thunderstorm warning for uh, central Nebraska around Brewster. We're also taking a look at these strong storms near North Platte. This one's starting to get quite a large signature of hail starting to form within its core, getting that classic supercell shape. It hasn't gone. Oh, it is now severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, so we're gonna take a look here. All right, severe thunderstorm warning. So this is a new severe thunderstorm warning. This one is going to be for Frontier County in southwestern Nebraska, Lincoln County in southwestern Nebraska, and west Custer County in central Nebraska and Hayes County in western Nebraska. So there are multiple severe thunderstorm warnings going on right now in the state of Nebraska as well as Texas. This storm is relatively pretty strong, and really want to watch out for this area that could become a stronger area of rotation. And starting to show that there is some possible rotation with this storm. And there is that enhanced risk for possible tornadoes today in and around this area. So North Platte was in the 5% risk for tornado development, and that 5% risk is going to be this area right here. Thank you, everybody, who's joining me so far on today's live stream. I do appreciate it. Hope everybody's having a great day so far. We have 4 people in the chat right now. Hopefully, as time goes on, we can try to get these warnings out to more and more people. Thank you to all the new subscribers here on the Storm Chasing Guy page. We're continuing to monitor the severe weather threat here in Nebraska, as well as Texas, Colorado, New Mexico, Oklahoma. This is going to be a long duration severe weather outbreak, especially across West Kansas and West Nebraska. Starting to show some signs of rotation here in Nebraska, and I am very curious to see on the Twitter page. This is going to be just to the southwest of North Platte, Nebraska. And currently we do have some ongoing threats here. I don't see any tornado warnings yet for that Texas storm. I'm still keeping an eye on that. Also keeping an eye now on a possible rotation with this storm here. Best area for rotation would be right along this area. Still continuing to take a look to hopefully make sure that, and it's still continuing. We're starting to see that notch of rain and hail move around, and the inflow here starting to wrap around. So, in fact, there's actually quite a strong signature here that's starting to persist. And you'll see it often. It looks like there's kind of a bubble with the two that form with tornadoes. And so if we time this out, let's go back out here. We're going to time this threat out. First, I need to find out how fast the storm is moving. And we are moving at 35 miles per hour to the south. So let's continue to take a look here. And this is kind of worrisome right here that this is becoming so defined as far as a hook. Very well could be a tornado forming. We're also going to take a look here, but I'm going to storm track this out. Sorry, oops. That's 35. This is going to be in the town of Somerset in the next 27 minutes. Wellfleet in the next 41 minutes. Maywood in the next 56 minutes. Curtis in the next 65 minutes. Moorfield in the next 70 minutes. And Stockville in the next 81 minutes or less. And Farnham in the next 84 minutes or less. Somerset, you got less than 26 minutes. Um, Total population is 1,436 people. So we're continuing to monitor that storm for plausible strong rotation. In fact, this storm might also become tornado warned here in the very near future if this continues. But this is starting to look like a very well defined hook echo that's developing on radar. There's multiple storm chasers on that storm right now. Kind of taking a look here. So somebody is on this storm right up here, and there is a wall cloud. Kind of taking a look. There is a left split and a right split. This left split is looking very, very serious. Haven't seen anything as far as tornadoes. Continuing to monitor these conditions here in Nebraska. Um, we'll also take a look at our coalition coefficient, and it does look like there could be a tornado on the ground right now, right in that hook. So we're continuing to monitor these conditions. It does look like there is some possible debris being lofted into the storm. We'll get some. Still continuing to take a look, guys, at ongoing situations. This storm is, they're saying, is absolutely going nuts right now. Very, very strong, distinct hook echo. Large, large storm. We're going to switch that back over to velocity, and there's still a very tightening rotation right here within this hook. So still monitoring ongoing conditions there. We do have a couple of our severe thunderstorm warnings. We're going to go back down towards Dumas and look at our storm down there. Large line of thunderstorms now starting to really come together here. This is going to become more MCS event where it's going to be more of a damaging wind. Theoretically, we could get what's called a QCLS tornado that develops in some of these kinks in the inflow. But that storm looks like it's relaxing out right now. Don't see that tornado threat like I did a couple of frames ago. But very strong line of thunderstorms now in Texas. Almost all of it is becoming now severe warned as it comes towards Amarillo. This is going to be for Oldham County and the Panhandle of Texas, Hutchinson County, Potter County, Moore County, and Hartley County in the Panhandle of Texas. This is going to be half-dollar size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds associated. This is really starting to bow out, which is probably going to produce some very, very heavy winds. There will probably be a nice shelf cloud that develops ahead of the storm. Very, very intense storm starting to form, and that's going to push into Oklahoma this evening. Now, we're still taking a look at our storms in Nebraska. More and more are becoming severe warned. We also have this severe thunderstorm warning going on in Colorado. We're taking a look at another supercell, not really showing any rotation at the moment. Definitely coming together. That storm is definitely has some rotation to it in Nebraska. We're going to continue to take a look. Very tight rotation there in Texas. Or sorry, I mean Nebraska. There was a tight rotation in uh, Texas earlier. I would not be surprised if this storm becomes tornado warned here in the next, I don't know, 20 something minutes. Some indications that it's already been dropping baseball size hail within the hail core. Definitely a rapidly rotating or strengthening storm. It is also showing some signs of tighter rotation. So it could go under tornado genesis here, and not too far out. Um, that tornado would be located here. If it is, it has got a really nice looking hook echo. Still continuing to monitor this storm, trying to give live updates on what's going on with this storm in Nebraska. Some more and more areas of those possibly baseball, tennis ball, baseball, and larger size hail starting to form within the core of this storm. Continuing to take a look here. We can take a look at the coalition coefficient too, and kind of see if there's anything really odd. Right now, I don't see anything that's super out of the ordinary on the correlation coefficient, but I am also looking right now. Okay, so they are right now. Jack Stillen, he's gonna be in and around this area here. Take a look, see if he's up on this storm. I don't know which. He said left split, so that would probably be the storm. He said there is a rotating base underneath this storm right now. So we are taking a look. These are the Skywarn spotters, a part of the spotter network. Right now, I don't see uh, somebody named Jack inside of the storm, but there is. He might not be on part of the spotter network either. But we're continuing to take a look, but there is a rotating base going on right now, very tight rotating base on the storm to the south as west of North Platte. So that is what I'm looking at right now. Kind of continuing to watch conditions right now. There is a lower base that is formed out of that Nebraska storm. Just continuing to watch this one here. The one in Texas now has become more of an MCS event. There is a severe thunderstorm warning also in Nebraska and South Dakota. That one's going to be far away from the radar and kind of hard to read. We're going to go back down here to Texas. Hey, what's up? How you doing, Tim? Good to see you. Thank you guys for joining. This isn't quite the tornado outbreak like it was yesterday, but we still have a tornado threat nonetheless. This is more of a serious severe weather threat. This storm just is a nasty line of severe weather. This is turning more into like a squall line. Very heavy hail near Channing right now. That's going to be about quarter size, nickel to quarter size hail. Maybe even up to $half size hail being recorded. We have some 2-inch hail readings here up towards Sunray. You're doing all right. I'm glad to hear that you're doing okay. So we're starting to get quite the line, and this was predicted that this was going to happen. This is going to be pushing off here towards Canadian. It's going to be pushing off towards Pampa. Most certainly, it's going to be pushing off towards Amarillo, Vega. Starting to get some really heavy winds right here in the front of the storm, probably right underneath the shelf. There's probably going to be a gust front, which is already starting to show up. Probably get a dust storm. Usually you will see dust get kicked up. This cloud layer here could actually be the shelf cloud as it's forming, but it's also very outflow dominant, meaning the winds are shooting out of the front of the thunderstorm. And this is going to be that gust front ahead of the storm. That's probably dust getting kicked up right now. That's going to be pushing into Amarillo. It's going to be basically following that Highway 87 corridor, Bishop Hills, Boger, Fritch. It's going to be moving all into that area. That line is continuing to get stronger and stronger and stronger. Still monitoring the storms here. We got a couple of different severe thunderstorms. This one, we're going to go back up to Nebraska, where this thing is just a absolute monster as form as hail goes. This is some areas of probably anywhere from quarter to about. We're also seeing some baseball size hail being reported out of this storm. So that 2.7 inch, that's right about baseball size. So, okay, 2.75 inch is baseball size hail. Still continuing to monitor this storm as it has had a couple of cycles where it's shown some signs of rotation right in through here. So we'll continue to take a look as this continues to move towards Highway 83 because that can pose some dangers. If you guys do have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to help answer questions for people. Now there is rotation there. Starting to get that horseshoe shape in the storm, so I wonder if this is going to go under tornado genesis. pretty tight area of rotation right here. This is going to be right about there. That's going to be tracking right towards, if I'm not mistaken, that's probably going to be charging right towards, what is that, Wellfleet, Nebraska? What- So I'll have to continue to watch that as that continues south. Alrighty. Thank you guys for keeping up with me here. Thank you guys for choosing my channel to watch for your weather news. I do appreciate it. Um, continuing to continue to take a look at our current conditions going on here in Nebraska. We got multiple severe thunderstorm warnings going on, rather large warning, and a new TBS signature, which is interesting here. Um, Basically, them saying that there shows some signs of rotation. Looks like this one here is weakening, but this new one here is showing signs of some further strengthening. This has a strong mesoscale, TVS signature, which is a possible tornado signature. I'm guessing that's going to be right about there. Trying to make sure to see if trying to see here if that ends up going tornado one here soon. So that's a reasonably large signature going on right there. We can take a look at our coalition coefficient too and see if any debris ball is being lifted here. Unfortunately, it's going to be too hard to tell on this. We're going to have to stick to our velocities right now on that storm. Still taking a look here. There is a tightening area of rotation right there at the ball of that storm. I think it might start undergoing. So this is coming right towards the town of Dickens and Somerset right now. And this is in Nebraska. This one we can take a look at the coalition coefficient and see if there's any abnormalities with this storm. I'm seeing this signature here. It kind of looks odd. Not seeing anything quite yet. Channing, Texas is having some pretty strong winds and lots of lightning going on right now. There is a rotating wall cloud going on near Wallace, Nebraska. We're still continuing to take a look here. Nobody has posted anything about a tornado on the ground yet. We're still continuing to monitor conditions. Is there Yeah, it does look like a very strong rotation there. It does look like there should be a tornado warning, but there's not. Still looking at conditions going on here. We're going to look at our velocity signatures. Yeah, this needs to be tornado warned. That's a very nasty signature right here. Um, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a tornado on the ground right now. Still looking. People, there is a couple of people that are going into this storm to take a closer look. So this is going to be right here if there is a tornado. Be right here, right here. Still waiting to see if there is a tornado on the ground. Right now, there's a couple of people um, punching into the bear's cage, which is not a very safe maneuver to do, FYI. Which means that they're punching into the hail cord to be able to see the tornado on the other side. It's a very risky. Huh? Oh, it's a very risky move that could get people injured. But hey, you know what? I've done it, so I mean, maybe kind of waiting to see what happens. There's a couple of people moving in to see what's going on with this. There is a rotating wall cloud going associated with this storm. This was forecasted to happen today, so there was a risk for it. It looks like it's coming into fruition. So, still looking at the severe weather threat going on here in Nebraska as this continues to move to its southwest. If there is a tornado, it's going to be continuing to track this way towards Wellfleet. Very, very strong storm. We're going to continue to monitor this for changes. Thank you so much for the 3 people in here. If you haven't already, um, please consider subscribing to the channel. Share the stream out with your friends to try to get people alerted to what is going on. This is where the possible tornado will be developing, and I'm still continuing to watch people's streams to see if anybody has got a clear photo of the storm. And right now, I do not see. Right now, there's just a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings going on across Texas. This is a very strong signature going on right here. If this thing isn't dropping a tornado right now, it's about to. And it probably will go warned here in the very not too far future. That storm would be located right about there. And because these are such rural areas, sometimes they go unannounced. But with this many spotters driving up on Interstate 83 and also on Highway 23, guaranteed if there is a tornado, one of these people are going to probably see it. I'm still watching to see if this guy sees a tornado. There's definitely some large hail falling in and around that circulation. This is a very, very dangerous storm. Thank you guys for tuning in. We have 6 people in the house. Some very large, severe thunderstorms going on right now. This storm also might go tornado warned in the not too far future. This one's starting to get quite a nice little hook echo forming on the end of it. So that's going to be pushing off towards Etna. We're also taking a look here at our storm, which has a very, very strong hook echo and signature for rotation. I guarantee it won't be too long before we see a tornado warning. Would not be surprised if it would be in the next 5 to 10 minutes or less. We got multiple people driving in on this storm right now. Still continuing with the very large area of rotation. Kind of watching some of these storm chasers that are in and around the area that are driving into the circulations. We're looking at our high-res velocity. We're also going to take a look at, if I circle this right here where our rotation is, and then I go over towards our coalition coefficient and kind of take a look. There is a little bit of an anomaly. Maybe it's kicking up a little bit of dust here. We'll have to keep monitoring that storm for further changes. We're going to continue to take a look here. This storm is also quite strong. It's a rotating supercell. Let's go to our counties right now that are currently severe thunderstorm warned. We have Butte, South Dakota; Harding, South Dakota; Kit Carson, Colorado. We have Custer, Nebraska; Lincoln, Nebraska counties. In Texas, we have Hartley, Hutchinson, Moore, Odom, Texas; and Potter County in Texas. Hey, what's up, Ty Ty? Good to see you. Hopefully you're having a great day. We also have Hansford, Hutchinson, Moore, Olatree, and Sherman counties in Texas. We also have Custer County in Nebraska, Frontier County, Hayes County, and Lincoln County in Nebraska. And we'll continue to take a look. And that's going to be this storm right here that we're actively looking at for plausible tornado development. So this is a storm that I'm kind of most concerned about right now that could become tornado warned. And it does look like there is some RFD wrapping around a circulation, and this does look like a debris. This does look like a debris signature right here. So that's kind of. Hold on, shoot. Sorry, it gets kind of crazy here sometimes with my house. But yes, this does look like a possible tornado on the ground. Continuing to look at one of the live streamers that is out there right now. Storm Chaser Brandon is on this storm right now, driving towards the circulation. This is very rain-wrapped circulation going on right now, and it's also shrouded in hail. And it looks like there is something. It's so shrouded in. Is that a tornado? Yeah, there's almost 30 chasers on this storm right now. This is a very, very nasty situation to be going into. There's not a whole lot of visibility with this rotation, and people are having to drive further and further towards the circulation center. People are going to be trying to move onto Highway 83 right now to wait for it to be able to cross, um, to try to see if they can get a better look at the developing structure. I'm continuing to look here at our velocity scans, and this does look like that there is a tornado on the ground coming right towards the south. This is going to be tracking right towards Wellfleet um, and Moorfield. So if you're in these areas, you need to be seeking shelter. This is a very dangerous, dangerous thunderstorm. And this is continuing to be ongoing. This has got a very well-defined hook. We're continuing to monitor conditions for a possible tornado. That is a very, very nasty storm going on right now in Nebraska. We're taking a look at a couple other storms here. Right now, don't see anything major with this storm to the north, but I am still very worried. Now starting to gain a new circulation, so it's almost got like two circulations here. Um, but you can tell here, this has a well-defined hook here. And then it also still has its hook here. Very, very strong circulation. I'm trying to see if any of the other chasers have gotten a position on this possible tornado. I know Reed Timmer texting out saying bounded weak echo region via cell merger on supercell north of Wellfleet, northwest of Wellfleet. So he's talking about this storm right now. So we're continuing to take a look at the next couple frames. He said should be a telltale sign if something does form. Hey, Fallen, how are you? Thank you for joining. We do have a new enhanced risk, and we're going to go into that right now. Kind of a little bit of a shock on that enhanced risk. I thought it'd be further north, but we're going to position our enhanced risk further south here into Texas and Oklahoma. We also now have a new area of 2% tornado risk going on right now, with conditions becoming more favorable for severe weather. Um, that that area is going to be for areas like Dumas, Altus, Lawton. It's going to be in this green area. So this is going to be an enhanced zone of severe weather going on right here in Texas and into Oklahoma. So this is going to be just north of Vernon, Texas. And I'm guessing it's going enhanced for the severe wind and hail risk. We're continuing to take a look, and it also could spawn a couple of QCLS tornadoes. along this line that is currently forming here across Texas. Major severe weather threat going on right now in multiple different states. If you are in Texas, New Mexico, Colorado, Kansas, and also into Nebraska, please share this out with friends and family. Let's get these warnings out as fast as we can. We're still seeing this really strong hook with this storm as it's trying to reform a circulation. We're going to go take a look at our velocity scans where we're still seeing that tightening of rotation right here coming towards Wellfleet to the south. This is mostly rural areas of Nebraska. We still got people driving into this storm right now. Multiple storm chasers are out chasing on this convergence right here. There are a couple of areas of broad rotation. We're kind of waiting to see if they continue to get stronger as they get closer to Highway 83 here in Nebraska. This is the most dangerous of the storms right now. At 7:51, a severe thunderstorm was located along a line from 12 miles north of Brady to 8 miles near south of Maxwell, moving east at 50 miles per hour. So these storms are moving awfully quick to the southeast. This is going to be moving into areas like McCook here um, in the not too far future. We're continuing to watch out for worsening conditions. Lots and lots of hail going on with that storm right now. Some isolated areas coming onto Highway 83 of possibly baseball-sized hail. That core continuing to get stronger. The areas are kind of cycling back and forth between different echo regions right now. There was a cell merger at one point, and so we're just kind of waiting to see if this becomes tornado warned here in the future. We're still seeing a tightening area of rotation in a couple of these areas. This is going to be our main tightening of rotation going on with this storm. And we just got to keep being weary of what's going on with it and follow back. There is some areas of 3-inch hail going on. So a particularly dangerous storm going on with 3-inch hail. That means this storm is trying to strengthen and produce. It might just become an elevated hailer, but it does have a history of rotation. Thank you guys for tuning in. I do appreciate your support. We're continuing to take a look at our current conditions going on here. Another area of possible rotation developing here. This is going to be to the northwest of Broken Bow. This is going to be making its way towards Broken Bow here in the not too far future. It'll be near Broken Bow and at 8:48 p.m. But the area of rotation would be right there. That's going to pass off to the south and west, or south and east. So continuing to watch these areas for development. Right now, we currently have no tornado warnings. All of these are severe thunderstorm warned. We're also just moved into an enhanced risk area with a little bit of elevated tornado risk. My guess, if there is a tornado that develops, it's going to develop along kinks in these lines here. Um, where the inflow is punching into the storms. Otherwise, right now, this is still feeding plenty of warm air into the storm, and then you have your cold air shooting out of the storm. So I got a kind of a convergence line right here. It'd be interesting to see what happens with this as this continues. So this is going away from, this is going towards the radar. That's going away from the radar. So very, very strong line right here. Very damaging wind. And that's also continuing down here as that pushes closer to Amarillo. A TVS signature was pointed out at one point, but I think it's weakened. That TVS would be right here. Like I said, probably not going to be a very strong tornado if it does happen, but they will hit pretty quick and they can cause quite a bit of damage. This is a strengthening line of storms that goes from near the Texas Panhandle all the way down into the North Texas Panhandle, Perryton, to near to actually over the border with New Mexico. This is only going to continue to strengthen, guys. This strong Boeing line is going to push southward. Very, very dangerous storm setup. Can cause some power outages. Still continuing to monitor our really strong thunderstorms. These are the ones that are more at risk of becoming tornado warned. Are going to be these ones up here in Nebraska. But right now, showing real organization with this supercell here. There is a broad area of rotation that's ongoing as it comes over closer to Highway 83 to the south west of Wellville. Thank you guys for tuning into the stream. I do appreciate your support. Gotta continue to look here. We got another area right to the north of here. This is going to continue to hold. I wonder if this is going to continue to strengthen here. Still taking a look if that hook redevelops right now. Still watching that area for rotation. Now this storm to the north here definitely has a strong TVS signature. Very large hail falling. We're going to take a look here at our velocity scan, and in fact, there is a strong rotation going on there. So we're continuing to take a more serious look. Some of this, that's probably some of this RFD that's wrapping around the storm here, and these winds are going to be shooting towards it. Usually, if you have a tornado, it's going to develop right here or right at the end of this hook. Because you'll have winds that back that way, that wrap around the main circulation. So, definitely watching that. We can kind of put two and two together that this is going to be making itself close to Broken Bow, around 8:52 p.m. Another area of rotation that could develop here is this other storm near Callaway. And we're continuing to monitor that as well for plausible rotation. This storm right here is just seeming like it's going in a bad way very quickly. Continuing to look at this one as well. In fact, there is still some tightening of the rotation here. Still continuing to monitor this as it gets closer to Highway 83. If you guys have any further questions, please let me know. I know there's a lot of people streaming the weather today. I was one of the few people yesterday that was streaming most of the day, uh, covering the outbreak going on. So, thank you guys for joining me up here and going over our severe weather threat today. We're continue to take a look at our risk of bad weather. Oh, okay. So we're going to include more of these states in the tags here. So bad. Right now, we currently do not have any tornado warnings, but I feel that unfortunately it's going to be evident here soon. Still got a area of rotation ongoing there. Still looking at conditions. Thank you so much for the 2 people watching. I really do appreciate it. We have some severe storm coverage today. A couple of different systems in play today that are causing this severe weather outbreak. We also do have a couple other rotating storms that are going on right now. The most well put together storms are going to be these two, and down here we're starting to get some better organization with this supercell, and still looking at what's going on. No tornadoes with that storm at the moment. Just looks like some broad area of rotation. People are inside of that storm right now. This storm showing pretty good signature going on right now here. Very strong broad area of circulation. We're continuing to monitor our weather conditions. Some of these wind reports are just absolutely insane coming out of this storm. So it could be a developing mesocyclone for 100%. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let's go over all the counties right now. We have Butte County in South Dakota and Hardin County. We're also taking a look here still with this new refresh rate. We're also going to take a look at the refresh rate here and still showing that broad area of circulation ongoing here, and taking a look at his feed right now. I'm taking a look at another storm chaser's feed who's inside of this storm right now, and not seeing much as far as the rotation goes, but we will have to keep our eye on this storm as it continues. Um, hey, shoot. I'll be right back, guys. My cat's trying to destroy my shoes. All right, guys, we have a funnel cloud near Arnold, Nebraska, and this was reported just about 6 minutes ago. Still continuing to monitor conditions here. Looks like a very well-defined wall cloud on this storm. So we're continuing to pay attention to this as it comes across. Thank you guys for tuning into the stream. I do appreciate it. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust my volume levels there. But yeah, this storm is still trying to make its way over to Highway 83, and we're still continuing to monitor conditions as this storm is still ongoing. There was a funnel cloud reported with some of these storms, and there's a new storm forming here near North Platte. So that is definitely another storm to be watching as that's forming. This thing looks like a complete mess right now, but we'll take a look at this uh, appendage going on. And it does look like there's some broad areas of rotation, but it looks like if there would be a tornado, it would probably be around here. We did get just issued a new severe thunderstorm warning as this two supercells merge into a line that's going to be coming into Broken Bow. Let's take a look here. This is going to be for the National Weather Service in North Platte is going to be issuing a severe thunderstorm warning for Custer County in central Nebraska. The severe thunderstorm was located 11 miles southwest of Broken Bow, moving at 40 miles per hour. Winds were greater than 50 miles per hour. Some isolated spots here to the south of Broken Bow that are showing some isolated values of 2+ inch hail. It's had a history of producing close to 4-inch hail. Some more of these spikes starting to happen. More of a backwards hook starting to form. This is near Stockdale. This is near Maywood, and there is a funnel or a wall cloud on this storm. We're still taking a look here at our storm reports going on. And I do have confirmation of a wall cloud going on right here. There's a couple of chasers looking at it right now. There's a wall cloud with a defined lowering, and something definitely spinning there. I just took a look at somebody's Twitter feed, and they definitely showed a wall cloud there. This could be once again trying to go into tornado genesis. We'll have to wait and see. We do have some more severe thunderstorm warnings. We're going to head back here down into Texas. We got some severe thunderstorms with isolated areas of probably 1 to 1.25-inch hail, so about quarter to $half size hail, and some of these areas could be reported 1-inch hail being reported there. Coming towards Amarillo, it won't be long before it's in town. Some of these areas could be experiencing some damaging winds, especially right here. Some of these smaller towns, and this is kind of going to be the name of the game. This is going to be become outflow dominant. You're going to see this squall line really start to completely probably bow out here in the next couple hours and become a very strong damaging wind event. Now you do have a gust front right now moving through Amarillo ahead of this storm. This right here is in Texas. This is going to be in the North Texas Panhandle. Jack's Creations. So this is going to be Amarillo. So this is a huge area. Perryton, Texas, all the way down into Tuscumcari, New Mexico. So it's a very, very long line of thunderstorms. Now they have issued a special weather statement for Amarillo. 55 mile per hour winds and nickel-sized hail moving in through the air. I wouldn't be surprised if that increases as it gets closer. Yeah, that was a tornado that hit Tip City yesterday. That was nasty. Yeah, it did a lot of damage. Oh, we're still monitoring conditions. We have a new mesoscale discussion. This is from the National Weather Service. The risk of severe thunderstorms capable of large hail and damaging wind gusts coming into western Kansas. Trends are being monitored for watch assurance. They are saying that there's a possibility of a severe thunderstorm watch being extended in this area. It's about 40%. So they're continuing to take a look at this area to see if that area does become favorable for a severe thunderstorm watch. Multiple states having severe weather going on right now. This storm continuing to drop large hail, and possibly we have a wall cloud that's rotating, lowering here, but it looks like that's diminishing. Probably because it's losing the daytime heating going on. You don't have that heating continuing, so you're probably going to lose energy in a couple of these storms. I think if they had fired about an hour earlier, that there would have been a really good chance that there could have been a tornado. Um, but as of right now, the sun's not really backing these storms. So we're still looking at a couple of our severe thunderstorms along this line here in Texas. Most of this line will probably eventually become. We do have new severe thunderstorm watches going on for Elk City, all the way down into Seymour and near Wichita Falls. Um, so that's a new update there, as this storm is going to be pushing into this area this evening. And into tomorrow morning. Lubbock might get it later this afternoon. And this is going to continue to push down towards Louisiana. Add more probably later on this evening. The trends have this thing kind of taking a little bit of a turn and just coming right across here. I don't think we're going to get any rain here in central Texas. I think some maybe northern areas of Texas could get it. Hold on, guys. Hey guys, I'm back here. Just wanted if anybody saw what was going on in the background, I live with my friends and they have a couple of children that have um, autism. So he forgot to put his shirt on. So I just wanted to mute that real quick. At least he was halfway clothed. Uh, I've seen him pull a surprise on. Coming down in the book. Yeah. So just wanted to let you guys know what was going on. He is nonverbal, autistic, and he's a good guy. But right now we're still watching for severe weather going on multiple different areas. We have Hutchinson, Moore, Roberts, Hansford, Hutchinson, and Olatree, Texas, currently under a severe thunderstorm warning. We also have Custer, Nebraska, Frontier, Nebraska, Hayes, Nebraska, Custer, and Logan, Nebraska. These are all severe thunderstorm warnings. Now they did add a tornado risk to this storm. Now this is the first time I've actually seen this. As far as something becoming tornado warned, and we're take a look, and for some reason half of my velocity is cut off. So not really gonna be able to see if there is. See if it's doing that to the correlation coefficient. And unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to really see because my phone is currently dying. Currently, we have a funnel cloud here. There is a active funnel cloud on this storm right now. So we're going to continue to monitor this storm as it comes towards Highway 83 for possible further development. I need to charge my phone. Do you have a cord that I can plug in mine real quick? Thank you. Yeah, it died. So, yeah, there is a funnel cloud with this storm, most likely right here. This storm is going to push right towards. Okay, so beats the hell out of me. This storm is pushing almost due south, so we're going to continue to take a look. It is spinning like a top. Right now, it's not showing a super. It's not showing a definitive area of debris. So from the last scans that I saw, this thing is trying to get itself together. Um, the air right now is trying to wrap around here. The air here is trying to wrap around on the inside of this and punch in. So you will get what you call an RFD surge right here. Um, these two are going to try to mingle together, and that's when you start getting that wall cloud and funnel cloud and rotation. So we'll have to monitor that for it becoming a tornado. So it did look like it was undergoing tornado genesis, or the beginning stages of it. So. Still keep monitoring it, still keep monitoring it. Right now, half of my radar is cut off at the moment, so we're continuing to keep a close watch on what's going on here. I don't have a radar station right now. It's kind of in between a couple of them. Let's see if I could pop another one right here. Vince is on this storm right now. Vince Welty, he's on this storm. Look further into this. We're kind of in between radars, so I'm not going to be able to see very well with this storm, but the rotation would be pushing south near Quick. Guess that's a fitting name for trying to get warnings out. Be like, hey, look, Quick, get out of there. So we got a couple of storm chasers trying to intercept the storm right now as it's pushing to the south. It's almost moving south directly. Um, if you take a look at the circulations here, where it was almost moving due south. Now it's starting to become wrapped in rain again. So I'm gonna have to almost solely rely off of damage reports and stuff like that. This storm has been teetering on the edge for quite some time in Nebraska. As that is going to be making its way almost directly into McCook. We'll have to keep monitoring that storm. The monster hailstorm is going to be just north of that, near Broken Bow, and this is in Nebraska. Some areas earlier had 3.7, 3.5-inch hail. That storm is kind of becoming a mess as it's grouped together with other storms. This storm just to the south of or North Pratt, or North Platte, is looking like it could develop into something here in the future. We'll have to keep that monitored. This one still has a circulation that's being included with this storm. Continuing to monitor this, and then we do have a severe threat tomorrow. Hey, what's up, Luke? Good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. Guys, make sure to hit that like button and share the stream out. Help get the news out that this is ongoing right now. This storm seems to be not really wanting to produce. It's not wanting to stay organized as far as rotation goes. This is mostly over open area, just to the south of Maywood, near Quick, Nebraska. We're going to continue to watch this storm, though, as it pushes towards McCook for further development here. We're going to also take a look at this new meso discussion, and they're not allowing me to look at what's being said. Where is this? Okay, so this is a new mesoscale. This area right now has the Cape readings right now. Super high amounts of instability with a northwesterly mid-level flow and a low jet. This is having a 60 to 70 knot bulk shear. The conditions are super, super favorable. They're more going to look like some very powerful large hail producing. Brief tornado cannot be ruled out with these storms. This is coming straight from the National Weather Service, so very, very favorable for large hail, and not so much for tornado risk. But it's what you call a non-zero tornado risk. It's just not as favorable because they're right movers. Usually want a northeast movement with a tornadic warning storm. These ones are almost going due south. This is going to be in Nebraska right now. Multiple severe thunderstorm warnings going on in Nebraska. We have a TVS signature going on with this storm. Some broad area of rotation near Callaway, just to the southwest Broken Bow. Let's almost do southwest um, towards Broken Bow. Still looking here. Not really seeing as much of rotational chances. Still has this kind of enclosed rain circulation. Yeah, there is definitely a wall cloud going on with that storm. Yeah, there's a rotating wall cloud ongoing with that storm. And this is from uh, confirmed storm spotters who are in that area. It's kind of losing its rotational property. We're going to continue to watch this one for further development. This one is not really going to produce much more than some severe winds and heavy rain. Let's go back and take a look here. We got some storms moving currently. Take a look at the Goodland radar. Should be right here where these storms are forming. This is relatively new showing up here on the radar. This is going to be developing MCS, a mesoscale convective system. This will give you a line of storms that forms and pushes almost towards I-70 and downward. So this is only going to continue to expand here this evening. And we got another large MCS down here in Texas, so it's kind of a three-tiered storm. There was multiple areas of uh, convection today here in Texas. I don't think. I think if I really don't think there's going to be any more of a tornado threat going on today. Now there is another system that's going to be moving in. They've already basically put the chances tomorrow, and we can take a look at that. There's going to be another severe weather possible outbreak. So North Platte, Nebraska has the highest chance of tornadoes tonight. Really the only area that's going to have a risk. Other than that, Amarillo, Norman, Oklahoma, Lawton, and Duncan, Oklahoma, Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Wichita, Wichita Falls, Texas, and Broken Bow are going to have the best chance this evening for some possibly damaging wind going on. So that's something that does need to be continuously monitored. And that damaging wind is going to be pushing towards Oklahoma City and Fort Smith, and then towards Little Rock tomorrow. So, and then that MCS is going to drop soon by tomorrow morning into tomorrow afternoon down into New Orleans area. We're also taking a look at our hail threat tonight, and our hail threat tonight is mostly going to be up here, our major damaging hail, where we've already been seeing it ongoing. There is a smaller hail threat. Hail threat also includes areas like Pampa, Texas. Could see some large hail form, but I think it's mostly going to be that northern section. More and more severe thunderstorm warnings are being added to Oklahoma as well as now into Wichita Falls, Texas. Tomorrow, our severe threat dips south. We're going to take a look here, categorical. Little Rock, Arkansas, Jackson, Mississippi, Little Rock, Pine Bluff, Arkansas, and Monroe, Louisiana. This is going to be our major severe risk. There's going to be a slight risk that goes all the way from Florida into parts of Alabama, above Little Rock, around to Fort Smith, Texarkana, Texas. There's also going to be a stronger risk for storms that are a little bit more organized with the MCS. That's going to be moving into Natchez, Hattiesburg, Meridian, over towards Little Rock, and possibly into Texarkana. So just be mindful tomorrow. We can go over those risks and show you guys what those risks really do entail. Tornado risk tomorrow, 2% chance, which is going to be for Shreveport, Little Rock, Jackson, Mississippi, Fort Smith, and Fayetteville, Arkansas. Wind threat tomorrow is going to be very high, 30% chance of damaging winds for Little Rock, Jackson, Mississippi, but that also includes New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Shreveport, Mobile, and Menatry, Louisiana. We're also going to have a hail threat, 15% for New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Shreveport, Mobile, Little Rock. That also smaller hail risk for Memphis, Kansas City, Overland Park, Springfield, Missouri, Kansas City, Kansas. So we do have those risks extending back up into Kansas tomorrow, but most likely our real severe risk is going to be in and around New Orleans and to Shreveport, Mobile, and Little Rock, Arkansas. Day 3, there is going to be just a marginal risk, I think. So we're going to continue. They really put. Yeah, so they extended an enhanced risk for Amarillo. Amarillo to Norman, Oklahoma, Lawton, Oklahoma, Moore, Oklahoma, and Duncan through this evening. So there is now a enhanced risk for more organized storms that form this evening in and around this area from Oak City, Duncan, Altus, Memphis, Texas, Pampa, Texas, Clayton, to more of these areas. We're still watching the storms going on right now. There's multiple areas. Right now, the biggest area of severe weather is going to be up in Nebraska and down into Texas. Kind of not what I was thinking that this storm system was going to do today, but that's the weather for you. Kind of changes the way things happen. Still taking a look here at this storm to see if it does develop. This is a pretty long driven supercell. Not seeing as much of that what Kansas had. Some strong storms the other day.
We're underneath this mothership. It's backlit beautifully by the sun. We got such gorgeous structure underneath. My goodness, this thing is beautiful. Storm Chaser, Brandon Copper here. Come on. That's at least golf ball.
So they were having golf ball size hail hit their vehicles in this storm here. Storm's really looking like it's starting to die out. It's still got a hail core, still got an area of circulation. We'll have to keep watching to see if it taps into some more air. But right now, daytime heating is really causing this thing to weaken. I definitely think this is on a weakening trend. Right now, just a lot of flash flood warnings going on. Just a grip of severe thunderstorm warnings ongoing right now for Texas uh, and going into Oklahoma. So these will be entering Oklahoma in the not too far future. These storms are kind of weak over Amarillo, not severe. I don't believe that these are severe warned. They are just have an advisement over them. So yeah, they're just being told, hey, you know what, these storms could get stronger. But I think these storms are going to looks like they're going to be coming towards Plainview. I think this half of the storm right here is going to weaken as it pushes south. I think this is going to branch off. Let me get it back here. I think this is going to branch off. I'm assuming that this is hitting more of a stable atmosphere where this is becoming rapidly more destabilized with this nice little bow echo. I think this is going to probably push this direction towards Oklahoma City and develop into this powerful, geez, MCS type system. That's going to continue to push off towards Oklahoma City this evening. Other than that, I don't think anybody's at risk of a tornado right now. I'm really trying to keep an eye out on this storm here. But like I said, actually, you know what? This is looking like it's starting to get a little bit more tight. So, Storm's kind of playing with people right now. This is a definite circulation going on. And maybe I'll stay up here a little bit longer and see if this becomes tornado warned. Now that it's past Highway 83, this is going to be moving almost directly in between. Either it's either going to take a southeast turn or it's going to go south southeast towards McCook. So that's something we'll definitely have to be watching as that comes towards. Uh, I don't know if Vince has his camera on right now, but sure is. Oh, look. No, it's not going to show it over there. So let's take a look here. Paying attention to these storm chasers right now that are on this storm. I know there's a couple of them out there. Taking a look.
Cyclone port.
Yeah, so I'm continuing to take a look here at this storm as it continues, but right now I don't think it's going to drop a tornado. I think it's just going to be a beauty of a spinner there. Yeah, just a really nice looking rotating base. I don't think this thing's gonna drop a tornado. I think it's just gonna be very, very photogenic, which I'm kind of jealous because I would have still loved to see that base. Looked really, really nice on radar. Looks like I think it's on the weakening trend. Once again, it might continue on this recirculation, trying to look for more volatile air. Still minor area of broad rotation there. Nothing that screams there's a tornado on the ground. Like some of these signatures did earlier that were producing funnel clouds um, up over in this direction. Um, doesn't look like anybody's really watching the stream either right now. So thank you guys for joining up, and